everybody. It's Angelica again with Indie News at Noon. I'm here with the legendary Tony Bongiovi. Tony's responsible for over 40 gold and platinum records, and he's also the cousin to John Bongiovi, who we all love. So, hi, Tony. Say hi.
Hi.
So, Tony, can you tell us what is the specific job of a producer?
Well, a producer's job is to be able to capture the essence, the image, and the sound that an artist has when they perform on stage, and be able to translate that and to transfer it over to a sound recording so that everybody gets to experience and enjoy what the artist's ideas are with the songs, and so that everyone can enjoy the music. So producer's job is to take what the artist does and be able to present that in such a way so that it could be marketed in a mass market. That's what a producer does.
Oh, awesome. Have you ever come across, I know a lot of indie artists and a lot of indie bands, they kind of have their own interpretation of what they want their music to sound like. And as a producer, sometimes you may have a differing opinion. How do you try and make your vision come across to the artist and kind of mesh with what they have in mind?
My vision with an artist is basically their vision. My vision is to be able to interpret what they have and to be able to present that in such a way so that it puts them in the best light in terms of the songs. I try to pick the best songs that make them sound the best, pick those songs that they can perform the best on stage, and an overall aspect of the recording, my vision becomes their vision, basically. I'm here to be able to help them present what they want to the general public. So my vision becomes their vision.
Oh, okay, great. What would you say is an indie artist, what is a mistake that they make when they come to producers for the first time? What's something that you've seen indie artists do?
Well, independent artists, the first mistake they make is they assume it takes a lot less time than it really does. A lot of work goes into a production, from changing the songs to arranging the songs. Sometimes we have to get involved in the songwriting, because as independent artists, they only see it from their perspective. So my job as a producer is to say, well, I understand what you want to do, but now how do we make that so everybody will like that? So that's the first mistake they make, is how long it's going to take. The second mistake they make is how much it costs to do that. And the third, or the biggest mistake, is they don't really have an idea or a concept of what it really takes to be able to promote and market themselves as an artist. And that, of course, is a whole other side of the business that, unless you've been in it, it's very difficult and becoming more and more difficult to understand and to be able to grasp and utilize those things. Only people who worked for record companies a long time ago, like myself, understand the true value of what it means to market a band. So that they fall short in those particular areas.
Right, so it takes a lot of time, a lot of money, but it's worth it.
A lot of effort, it takes a lot of money, and these are things that they don't realize until you get in the studio. All of a sudden, it's, well, before we go in the studio, we have to rehearse. We have to get these songs right. Well, what's wrong with the way we're playing them? Well, you don't realize it, but you're on that stage. People in the audience are having a good time because you're there playing live. But when you're not there, then you're represented by what's on that sound recording. There's no visual with that sound recording. So we have to be able to present you the way you want to sound and in the best possible light. And that's what they don't understand that. That's a hard point to get across.
Yeah. So one more question for you, Tony, because I know you have a panel to go to at 2, and so do we.
I'd rather stay here with you.
Oh, my God, I love this guy.
Lots of people in there waiting to hear me drop these pearls of wisdom, but I'm enjoying this interview.
Oh, fantastic. We got to have him back. Last question. Who has been your favorite artist to work with, or what record that you produced has been the most significant to you?
That's a tough question to answer because, like children, I love them all. And the favorite record is the one I'm working on at that time, because there isn't any one real favorite. There are several favorites, and they're all favorites. They're all, imagine having all these children around, and which one of your child is the favorite? It's the one that you're talking to at that time. So there isn't even any one. I guess I could say that since I got my start at Motown Records in Detroit, and that had the biggest impact and influence on my career. So I guess you could say that I'm kind of partial to those records that are produced in such a way where it's a highly organized production, and I like that R&B pop Motown sound. And for me, taking what I learned there and translating it into the rock and roll business, became a big one of my big assets because I was able to do things with rock bands, like we're here at CBGB's, where I produced 2 Ramones albums and the Talking Heads. And if I didn't have that experience, then I would have never been able to make these records here.
Right, and I'm so glad that you did, because, like I said, you are quite legendary. I love it.
Now, you're not going to tell me that you listened to the Ramones records I did, and you're not going to say, I said, how did you know about those records? I'm waiting for you to tell me that. Well, they were my dad's records. That's how I know about them.
No, I was actually very into, the whole punk scene as well, so I kind of fell into it. I wish my dad had shown me this kind of music, because I absolutely love it.
I'm glad he didn't.
Okay.
Dates to tell me how old I am when I did that.
Oh my gosh. So thank you guys. Thank you again, Tony. And stay tuned for some more coverage. We'll be here all week during the CBGB Festival. Thank you.